There's no us without you. See, there's a you in the word us. There's no you. There's no us without
It's
you.
all over the place.
It's all over the place. That's right. It's the Trinity MMO show. He is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Welcome to another episode of the Trinity MMO show. This is episode 78. We're so glad to have you here. Daily quest with your game masters. Name that song with Solomon. The main story quest, Rage Quitting. Your Escort Quest is the number 6 song on the top 10 list of songs from your Sensei Maestro SirJahzeal's top 10 MMO songs list. That's a long intro. And of course, our world events, okay? We are always so glad to have you here joining us for some good old MMO news and MMOpinions. Now, if you haven't after all this time, figured out what the Trinity in the show's title is, I will tell you once again. It is a group of 3 closely related things or people. And in this case, there's a bunch of 3 of 3s, okay? The first Trinity is the Holy Trinity of God the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. The second Trinity is the MMO Trinity of Tank, Healer, and DPS. The third Trinity is you can right now on the screen count 1, 2, 3 of us. And oh my gosh, that was also 3 bullet points, 3 more 3s, and you got 3s coming out all over the place.
There's the drop. It's like an EDM concert, but with Ken.
That was the best one ever. I mean, that one's definitely being clipped out. Going somewhere, okay?
Heck to the U.
As always, we have our MMORPG experts here to guide you and me. Our sensei of MMO games, SirJahzeal.
Hello.
Our resident, I won't say anymore because he's just like, YouTuber at Coffee RPG, Solomon SK.
Oh, you're not going to say it anymore? I'm offended, Dad.
Our resident senpai and YouTuber at Coffee RPG, Solomon SK.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you.
And then there's me, Kennethan. Each week, I said, we quest with you some MMO news and MMO opinions. And now we launch our first little clip. It's time for some quests. That's right. It's time for some quests. This is just us giving some dailies here. Okay. So, I don't know. I mean, we all have been experiencing the Ukraine war in different ways. Gas prices are going up, even though we can find ways to make it less of a problem if our government decided to get out of the way. But Ukraine has been imploring game companies to block all Russian esports participation, okay? I thought interesting. That's fine, okay? They didn't miss last time, but it's still going on. It's like more and more is happening. New World, they had a 2022 roadmap. Whoopoo! I'm wondering who cares, right? Spring, they have a thing called Tempest Heart Expedition. New weapon coming out called Blunderbuss, and 3x3 PvP arena and a PvP reward track. Summer, Barnacles and Black Powder Expedition Group Finder and a summer event. And then autumn, Brimstone Sands Territory, the NCAD Expedition, a new weapon called the Great Sword, Leaders Board, Night Vale Hollow event, Turkalon 2022 event. And I'm like, okay, I read that going, I don't know if I really care, okay? All right, EA cancels its E3 adjacent EA Play event. Kind of shocking, but maybe not. So, say the reason is just that things aren't lining up for the show of everything on one single date. So the publisher has promised to be revealing things as it comes out throughout the course of the year in smaller formats, okay? All right, hope I don't forget that. World Seed, which happens to be a tabletop board game style MMO. Where is J-Cube? He needs to be one of his entries into playing a game. It enters early access at $9, and it's running until mid-2022. It offers up a large world board that players can explore by tile, fighting creatures, crafting materials, or simply exploring before the world's board changes every hour with new content discovered. Rather intriguing idea. Must check it out. Into the Echo is to expand its pre-alpha to April, if you haven't already done that yet. And it's also looking for more investors. And of course, the reason why they're doing some delay is some of the devs were from Ukraine. and now they've been evacuated into a safer spot so they can get back to work again. More 2 Online is sorry for content drought as they stabilize their post-launch. To quote, "We know patches like these are not as exciting as new content, but one of our top priorities is to get the game as stable as possible for many players as possible as we move forward to returning to our goal of having everyone on one global server." Another question is, why are you guys now making it stable? Now, you can argue they ran all the tests. They stress tested, they beta tested, they stress tested, I mean, beta tested, they probably did all that. And then when it actually launches, boom, the unknown unknowns pop up. Or at least the unknown knowns. You just didn't know what they were. Lord of the Rings Online, if you haven't played it, it's been around for a while, over a decade, is making tons of expansion content permanently free and adding a Hobbit zone called Yondershire. You know, to quote from an article, the company is making pretty much all content, quests, areas, instances, and expansions from Helm's Deep and earlier completely free. That includes Runekeepers, Wardens, Balrings, and High Elves too. Subscribers will have access to the standard versions of Mordor, Minas Morgul, and War of the Three Peaks as part of a VIP package as well. So you haven't played Lord of the Rings Online, now's your chance to do it. I played at the beginning, but I haven't played much since. So, and that's all I have for my daily quest. You know, I'm gonna pass it off to SirJahzeal for some of his daily quests.
All right. Well, I've only got 2 things. There was a third one, but I don't care. And I don't know anyone that plays the other third game. So, the first one, I know, you guys are like, "Wow, man, this Pantheon game keeps talking about it." But I'm sorry, man. These are some old school people that come from the EverQuest days, which I'm looking forward to playing with these 2 guys. But Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is something I've been looking at for several years now, and it is, I admit, it's one of those games that seems like it's never going to come out, but I still have hope. They came out with an update to fans on the progress for this month, what's going on, and so instead of just going in and giving it in my own words, I'll go ahead and read this here. It says, "Our push toward being playtest ready also includes more wholly dedicating our programming resource to our next major milestone, the long-awaited integration of networking. Once our new networking solution is in place, we will have the fully scalable infrastructure ready to handle the player loads of alpha, beta, and launch." So they are still technically in alpha right now. This is a major milestone for us, and we couldn't be more excited to announce that this focused work on networking has begun and will not stop until it is finished. I hope so, and I hope finished is soon. As a side note, in addition to the massive improvements in player load scalability, performance, and stability, completing this networking phase will allow for several other aspects of development to be finalized, including our pet system, charms, full-scale ranged combat mechanics, and the rest of the classes that have been on hold due to their dependence on better network scaling. So it's for those of you who haven't caught up on it, which is probably all of you, or at least most of you, because I feel like sometimes I'm the only one paying attention to this game, waiting eagerly for it. But they recently in the last year have found some new engine stuff to build on and make the game a lot better, run a lot better, especially at load. So it's really exciting to see that they went ahead and said, "Hey, well, if we're going to do this, let's do it now. Let's not wait till later. Let's not keep trying to use this old technology. Let's see what we can do with this." And it sounds like it's moving forward pretty well over, I would say, we're probably 6 months into that or so. Again, I'm really excited. The reason that I've given in the past and will give again here is that this game is going to be old school like. It's going to have new stuff to it, but it's going to be just in the right spot for those of us who want a little bit more of a challenge, and to spend a little bit more time in the world and being immersed into that world. I believe the immersion is just going to be pretty awesome. Now, again, this is wishful thinking. We don't know a whole lot. There hasn't been a whole lot shared, so we'll see. Hopefully, this doesn't turn into a New World situation, but um, I have my hopes. The other thing is, of course, you all know I've been playing a lot of Lost Ark lately, and they put out a really. Don't worry, I'm not going to read this because it's super long. But if you go over to their forums, if you haven't read it already for yourself, you definitely should, especially if you're one of those people that's kind of walked away from it saying, "Oh gosh, this is just too much. They're pay to win, da 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 da." And then they put out this raid, Argos, that we don't have the capability of really getting enough materials to make the gear to do that without paying, which was a really bad misstep on their part, or parts, I should say. There's blame for Smilegate and Amazon Game Studios there. And you know what? They did a message from the team, and I feel satisfied with the answer. I think some of it's PR-ish, if you catch what I'm saying there.
Right.
But I feel like they addressed it and said, "Hey, look, yeah, we messed up here, and we're gonna fix it. But here's the thing," and they're gonna go back to this. And being a longtime player, someone that's got over 800 hours in the game on the Russian servers, of course, I've only got a couple hundred on the U.S. servers so far. Um, this game is meant to play at your own speed, and they weren't intending for people to blast forward to end game and to the best gear that you can get. They wanted you to stop and smell the roses and enjoy the game and take your time with it. And unfortunately, most of us Western players, because of games like World of Warcraft and whatnot, we've gotten in this bad habit of, "Oh man, I want to just be max level and have the best gear and do the in-game stuff, and that's all I care about. I don't care about questing. I don't care about leveling. I don't want to do those low-end dungeons and things. I just want to get to the end where the cool stuff is." And unfortunately, that's just not the proper mindset for this game.
Well, that's not acknowledging their customers, okay? I mean, when you started talking, like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, did they literally not go check out to see what the Western North American people do? These literally guilds do these server first stuff. They push through as fast as they can. I mean, that's one of the concerns about like SWTOR was this latest expansion, only 2 hours worth of stuff, right? Are you seriously thinking they don't bother to check the customer base and going, they're going to blow through this stuff?
It was a misstep. Okay. I definitely am not a good guy to PR for them. I think they did an okay job. I think they could have done better. They're trying to be they are more transparent than they were last week. With this message, they definitely gave us a little bit of a peek behind the scenes. I appreciate it. I know a lot of other people appreciate it. However, yeah, this was a big oof. And as I said on my live stream earlier today, I don't know. Part of me thinks they did it on purpose, but another part of me thinks that no, they weren't thinking. They just weren't thinking. They went, "Hey, there's a bunch of people that are getting to the end right now. They need something else to do. Uh, let's give them Argos." Well, but what about all the other stuff that's supposed to come before it? No, 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 just give them that. They're there. Yeah, but they're gonna need the materials from these other events and these other places to be able to conquer that. Like people that don't want to pay real life money. And
Yes,
well,
Jesus Freak. DM's right. He's talking about Lost Ark.
I'm talking about Lost Ark. So unfortunately, what that ended up being is they got a whole bunch of money from whales. Okay, let's just put it that way. And whether it was on purpose or being dumb and just not thinking ahead. Um, Either way, it's bad, right? Big oof. They recognize it. They're working on it. And with the honing materials, they're blaming some of that on bots, which bots have been an issue in the game. I went into Vern Castle this morning, and in front of my eyes, I saw about 50 characters that were just random letters, just all spawning in the same location.
Oh boy.
And I just stood there and watched as they were just popping up right in front of me. And wow, okay. Do I really have time to report all of these?
No, I don't.
And the answer was no. I'm just going to go do my dailies and get off of here. So anyway, they're working on it, and their advice to the rest of us, to us Joe Schmo players that don't want to throw money into it, don't worry, just play the game, have fun, and don't try to be server first. Don't be trying to one up everybody or anything. Just play the game and have fun and get
Yeah.
your friends on there and your family, whoever. Um, they went through adjustments that they're going to be making about the PvP that is coming. I had the date and I can't see it now. There was a date given, I think. But it's this month anyway. They're going to be starting, it may be next week actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So we'll have the first bit of PvP happening, which, by the way, the PvP in this game is excellent. I don't like PvP, y'all know that. So for me to say it's excellent, I hope you take my word for it, because PvP puts everyone on an equal ground. It doesn't matter if you're a whale that's put $2,000 into the game and bought gear, or if you're a person that has paid not a penny. Everybody gets equalized in that, and it's all about your skill and what abilities that you put on your bars and how you use them, and knowing your character. If
It's kind of like Guild Wars.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of, the first Guild Wars, right?
Oh, the
Yeah,
second one too. Not excluding World versus
sort of.
World.
True. That's true. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. So I actually think it's a lot of fun, and I don't even like PvP. So for me to say that, guys, I would say at least try it out when it comes out if you are still playing the game. Now, at their conclusion, at the end of this really long thing here, they are going to, because they admitted that things haven't been exactly great. They're going to be giving us some more gifts. So we're going to be getting some more treasure chests and things that are going to have a new animal skin selection chest, MokoCon pet selection chest, Moko board mount selection chest. We're going to get Lost Ark United structure, which will go into our oh my gosh, Stronghold. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second. An appearance change ticket, which I don't know. I guess I just threw that in there. We're gonna get Fion's and Melanix tomes and legendary card packs, and also we're gonna get some jukebox songs that we don't even have jukeboxes in the game yet. But when they're released, we'll have those sitting there waiting for you to use if you're into that, which of course I am, because I'm 100%er. I complete everything in the game, including collecting the music for the jukebox. So anyway, I don't know. So like I said, I've been arguing with, well, not really arguing, but debating with people, because I've got friends that are like, you know what? Yeah, there's problems, but I'm still enjoying the game. And I also have friends that have quit, and they're like, dude, nah, I'm done. This is just New World all over again, which is unfortunate, because it's not. It's not. But I would say, give them another chance, guys. That's my advice, my opinion. There are problems. they've said they know there's problems. They're working on it. And I'm hoping that when this roadmap, the official one, actually comes out, then we can take a look. And of course, we'll share it with you guys here on TMMO Show whenever that happens. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks because people are getting rather antsy to know where this is all going. And being that Golden River has been the person that runs the game over in Asia, that he's been saying, hey, the ultimate goal is to catch the Western version up with the rest of the world. It'd be nice to know what time span that we're talking about here that will get caught up. Are we talking into this year, the end of next year? That would be all nice to know. So that's all I've got for today.
One thing though, I didn't catch up on the news, but there is one thing I want to add.
Okay.
For all the Lineage fans out there, there's technically a Lineage 3 coming out, but it's not called that.
really?
It's called Throne and something. I can't believe I forgot the name of it. So that game went through so many changes. Initially, it was going to be a third-person MMO, and then it went to Lost Ark style isometric, and then it went back to third person. A lot of people who I didn't think would be excited about it are excited about it. I still have my reservation. To me, they released a pretty impressive trailer. Don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful, but at the end of the day, it still kind of looks like your run-of-the-mill, stereotypical Korean MMORPG. I hope I'm wrong. I probably am to a certain extent, just because this is NC Soft we're talking about, and the iterations that this game has gone over through the years. I'm pretty sure they're looking for some reason to dig it out of development hell and put a fresh take on MMOs. That's my assumption based on what I know about NC Soft, but who really knows? So yeah, if you play Lineage back in the day, this is something that you might want to look into for sure. But we
Okay.
actually don't have a whole lot of information about it yet. Just a really cool trailer.
It is called Throne and Liberty, I believe.
Throne and Liberty?
Oh yeah, Throne and Liberty, yeah. So
Okay. There you go. Some breaking news, maybe. I don't know, but there you go. All right.
No,
It's fresh, you know.
you heard it here first. Sort of.
Solomon is so dapper, and it makes me so jelly.
Same.
I agree, man. I'm wearing my PAX shirt. I'm like so
saying.
underdressed, man.
it's part of my brand. You
I
don't
know.
have to.
I know. All right. Next up, with I haven't linked it in here, but here we go. Closet full of games. What are their names? Name that game with Solomon XK. Guessing the fame. What are their names? Name that game with Solomon XK. That's right. It is time to name that game with Solomon, where he takes a game from his closet. He's got many, apparently. Doing a lot of buying the editions, might say. And we're going to try to guess what it is, and he will share it and unbox it, and kind of like a fresh unboxing, even though it may have been a long time ago. So, I guess now the first question will be, is it a PC-only game?
Hey, let me check. Give me a second here. I want to say yes, but...
Oh, Mario says we all look nice. Don't worry,
really
saving my points, yeah? Wait till I actually have alerts and go in and do that. Some this is always becomes like one of the first questions, okay? It's always going to be, is it PC only, console only, or PC and console? Always going to happen. You might just tell us what it is right out of the gate. Boom.
Technically, no, but in this instance, I'm going to say yes. And I'll explain why once we towards the end.
All right. Was it made before 2010?
Yeah, definitely.
Before 2010. Okay. Is the developer from North America?
I believe so. Wait, hang on. I'm just gonna double check.
Yes, you can,
Yes,
Mario.
It is.
You guys are all welcome to guess, okay? So it's before 2010. It's a PC only, and yes, it's American developer. North American developer. So we say that throws out the Japanese, the Koreans, and Europeans. Okay, so there we go. Is it in?
Well, I'll give you kind of a clue. It's not a very good clue. But it actually had 3 developers. One of them is in the US, but I think that was the primary one.
Okay. Is it a FPS game?
No.
Is it an RPG game?
No.
Is it a RTS game?
RTS.
It's RTS.
Yeah.
It is?
Yes.
Not Command and Conquer, is it?
Which one?
Oh,
No!
there's so many. There's so
Where
many.
is Malice
All
right now?
fine.
Malice,
It's not
Red
Command
alert.
and Conquer.
it's not
Red
okay.
alert.
It's not Command and Conquer. I know. There's like 20 of them, so
So Jesus Freak says
It's not
it
Command
is
and
it is Sim City.
it's not SimCity.
Really, more of a developing kind, not an RTS show. StarCraft.
No, Command and Conquer.
Oh,
No, we
it's
already
not-
did StarCraft. Well, even then we did StarCraft 2 last time.
Oh, that's right. We haven't done it again, right? That was StarCraft 3 was like
No,
a couple
we're
weeks
not.
ago.
Yeah.
So it's an RTS, not Command and Conquer, or Red Alert. Remember, it's real-time strategy. Remember that throws out Civilization, which is turn-based. Railroad Tycoon.
I was gonna say which one, but no, it's not Railroad Tycoon.
Because I mean, it's not really an RTS, but it is a game that continually runs until you pause it. While Civilization is turn-based, you know.
Good question. Is Railroad Tycoon a real-time strategy?
I don't know.
Would it be
I don't.
considered? That's actually a good question. But it's not
It
Railroad
is
Tycoon,
strategy
it's not
and it's real time. I don't know. Yeah, it's
I
more
know, right? It's
business.
not like-
Yeah,
It's not your typical. It's like SimCity,
Hmm.
basically, almost. Then.
yeah. It's not Roller Coaster Tycoon.
No. It's none of the Railroad Tycoons.
So it's not. So it's not a. Is it a tycoon game? Type game.
No, none of them. I know there's
Okay.
like 50 of those too. It's
I
None
know.
of the
So it's
Tycoon games.
RTS. If you can pause it, sort of no. I get that, but you can pause StarCraft, okay, and even Command and Conquer. Now, if you're playing
Lord of the
as
Rings Battle
multi-
for Middle Earth.
No.
that's after 2010, isn't it?
The first one? Mm, I don't
I
think
have
so.
no idea.
I thought it was before.
You can
Maybe.
pause sleep. Age of Empires. Oh, good one. Age of Empires.
Which one?
Age of Empires 2.
No.
3.
Yeah, it's 3.
I was trying to think whether or not what was the better one everybody liked, and then of course what year. I mean, 4 just came out, which is kind of cool after all these years, right? But you have you bought the original
Collector's edition.
collector's. Oh my word!
One
Age
second,
of
let me
Empires. You want to sell that?
we'll s- I don't even know what's inside, so let me record this.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh! I mean,
I looked
So,
upset.
this
oh,
is
I
it.
just felt SimCity is.
Sure, I'm using 2 cameras because I can't use the same camera with Discord for some reason. So yeah, Age of Empires 3. It's like it's one of those big ones that you get like the collector's edition of World of Warcraft, or if you remember those.
Yep.
Anyways, again, I haven't opened this for when did this game come out? 2005.
2005.
So-
Wow.
Wow,
It's
was it really?
been- Yeah. Was 2022. So what's that? 13 years?
2005.
No.
It's now
No,
17
dude,
years.
It's like 17.
16,
17
17
years, yeah. Minus the 5. Carry the 2. I
So
forgot the noise.
Mario is saying 3 developers. Really? I thought it was Ensemble Studios every time.
Right. So here's the thing. It is so Insomnia Studios was the main developer, but they also list 2 other ones, and I think this is for their overseas versions of the game.
Okay.
Ensemble Studios, there's one called Tantalus Media, apparently. This is based out in Australia. And the reason why I counted this time as PC only, even though technically it's not, it also came out for the OS X, Windows Mobile, and N-Gage, if you can remember that. Which
This is-
most people don't. So I'm like, yeah,
This
it's
is more
PC
PC only.
default,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I
preference.
would.
Yeah.
I mean, those I wouldn't call those consoles. So okay.
So it did come with like the sleeve.
Oh,
It's like, yeah. And in the back it has like, your all the things that it has. Okay, and then you have it's kind of redundant, you have the
Right.
box here again.
yeah. But the other one protects it from being, yeah.
Right, exactly. And so this thing slides out.
Ooh.
This thing is freaking heavy.
What's a book in
So-
there? It's a book, isn't it?
Yeah, let me put this over here. So again, Age of Empires 3
I love Age of
Player's Guide. This
Empires.
giant thing is a player's guide.
Oh wow, player's guide.
So I'll put this down for now. Right, introduction. It's so fancy. You don't see these anywhere anymore because everything's so digital.
I know
right?
everything's digital, right?
Everything's so it kind of, I guess it kind of gives you like a history lesson because Age of Empires, they use different civilizations throughout history. Yeah, the French, you can play the French, like their cavalry, horse cavalry was like super OP. They got the Portuguese and the Russians, the Dutch, the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, so yeah, pretty interesting. It kind of makes me wonder if like a game like this could ever come out today.
What did?
But
Age of Empires 4 came out.
I know, but like,
Oh, you mean like brand new? Is that not okay?
yeah, like different,
Not
different
nostalgic.
civilizations. Because then you'd be like, oh well, why are the African countries this way, or why are the Asian countries are this way?
Well, that's Civilization 6 has been doing it. They've been adding a lot of different, over the course of time. So.
Oh, have they?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
never mind then.
They've been expanding out. Yeah.
All right, so I'll just show you the boxes. So I'm taking out, I think, the poster. So we'll take a look at that. Dang, this thing is huge.
Oh my word! You frame that.
It's so big.
Wow. Back then, when things were bigger, everything was bigger back then. Oh my goodness! There you go.
What is that?
For king, for country, for glory.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool.
Amos is being a heretic. He says he likes Civs 5 better than 6. So, but it's okay. You can have your opinion.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Yeah, you see like the British, with their muskets fighting. Ugh. It's so hard to maneuver. But anyways, there you have it.
I had issues with Civ 5. Civ 6 I think is better overall, but I didn't play as much Civ 5. I played with Civ 4 and 6, so maybe that's my problem. I do have them all, by the way. I have them all. I have all 6.
All right, and so again, there's another book, artwork from the acclaimed Age of Empires. Put this down before I take it out.
Okay, so this is what I'm seeing on eBay. So $35, someone's selling that whole thing.
Oh, that's
the book,
it?
the disc. Yeah. Well, I was only for 53. Now it's on sale.
Yeah, so you have like, oh, this is pretty cool actually.
Well, here's someone selling it for $95.
Must be like in mint condition or something. But yeah, you have like various like the warriors they design. Even has that. I wish like you could smell it because it's like it has that new game smell, like a new car smell, but for games.
Oh right.
So it's really interesting. Anyway, so you have the various characters. I don't know if you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Got the Pope.
Look at that.
These are the healers. The healers of the game. If you choose like a particular civilization, can't remember. Got the samurai or mercenaries. You could choose a samurai, which I thought now I remember, which I thought was pretty cool. Different ships. Yeah, it's actually a really good art book. Probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, I can see why you didn't put. I mean, it's like you love to put it all out and share it, right? But then you also want to keep it all together. Look at that. Games there.
Yeah.
Wait, unopened?
No, one of them's open for sure. I had to install it
because
this was back in 2005, so you couldn't download anything.
Yeah.
So you got the making of DVD. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Making of.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to watch.
Regular DVD-ROM even says DVD-ROM right there. I don't know if you can
put it on. Let's watch it right now.
I'm pretty sure that would be like copywritten, even if this is like not copyrighted material.
Here's someone else selling for $50.
Here's the game.
Yeah, 2005.
I'm covering the key code just in case.
They had just started downloading.
Yeah.
I bought 3.
CDs.
I didn't buy the. Oh my gosh! 4 CDs.
In here. Yep.
Yeah. So someone else is selling for $50. Good condition. So.
Then you got the soundtrack.
I mean, all the games you've mentioned so far. But I mean, none of them except really interested in getting the collector's edition. This one, oh my word!
Yeah, see that? CD. Even has something. I'm not gonna really get into the whole nitty gritty, but you know, again, the front cover. Oh, geez, there's even more. There's more keeps popping out. There's like more hidden like
Whoa.
beneath. So,
Oh wow, that's pretty.
Age of Empires demo disc. Like, what was it?
Give us some of your friends.
I guess so. Well, I certainly didn't want to give it away. I'm keeping this collection intact, bro. Yeah. So the CD.
Oh my gosh.
The CD right there. Yeah.
Wow, it's just. Jeez.
And another manual, collector's edition. Oh, they even put collector's edition on the manual.
Wow.
See that? It says instead of just putting in a manual in there, they actually put like collector's edition on it. Like that's the attention to detail that I really love.
I almost want to buy this, you know, off of
Anyway,
eBay.
same thing. So it just goes over like you know, the various aspects of the game, you know, the mercenaries, what civilizations, you know, stuff like that. So, and finally, we got another poster like thing. It actually goes.
Oh, the stuff, yeah, like the trees.
Yeah, like the actual technology tree and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I used to love those. Especially for Civilization, use those all the time.
Yeah,
I
right.
kept
I mean,
them.
most STS does real-time strategy games. Yeah,
You know, oh my gosh.
and you got the various
Well, it reminds me, I should put that in my collection.
So you got the benefits of the various civilizations and what kind of things that you could actually gain from the various trees from on the top there. See that?
That's
Anyways,
pretty cool. Wow.
This is bringing up a lot of memories, but yeah, finally we're down. There's nothing left.
Well,
Man,
hey,
there was a lot in here.
I know that was most impressive so far of all you've done so far.
I was impressed too.
Age of Empires 3. All right. So apparently, reason why King Amos does not like Civ 6 because he hasn't played Civ 6. The other has Mario, but no shame in that. King, you know many games. You know how many games I have at times. Wait for quite some time and then buy them, get them gifted to them. A few bucks. I agree with that. Let me pick his rating in with a petty of 4. No alerts, guys. Sorry. We are in the middle of our Trinity MMO show. Thank you so much for coming by. Miss Fuki and company, we are doing it. We just finished our Solomon name that game. Here, I'll play the outro, the thing again, right? Here we go. Closet full of games with other names. Name that game with Solomon XK. Guessing the fame. What are their names? Name that game with Solomon XK. It is time once again for the main story quest, where the Trinity Bros give you their MMO opinion. All right, today we are doing our main story quest. After all, every game you play has a main story quest. You gotta go through it, get out the other end. If you don't get out the other end, you can't say you finished the game. And like, of course, you're playing Final Fantasy 14, you can't even get out the other end without doing the main story quest. But all right, so. Rage quitting! So I just want to ask the question of the panel here, okay? Have you ever rage quitted? And, or yes or no, obviously if you did rage quit, why? And if you never rage quit, what would make you rage quit? So I'm going to go first because I don't think I've ever rage quitted directly. There have been times when I felt like, I might have been in some stupid group, someone being a jerk to me, and I probably just turned my computer off. So I guess that's rage quitting. I do remember a story, the fact that I was guild leading in World of Warcraft. I was also one raid leader too, at least the one, not really the raid guy directing all the traffic, but just kind of putting them together. And I was getting really peeved at the team. It wasn't because they were screwing up the raid techniques and mechanics. It wasn't that. Something else was going on. I forget what it was, okay? And I was on push talk. You know, back then we weren't really just open mic, just push talk. And so I decided to let them know that I was really upset. So I hit the button and I actually used the F word several times to get across my opinion that I was really upset, because I don't normally say that. That's part of my lexicon. And so therefore I was showing him my upsetness. My brother then says, your niece and nephew are hearing all this, because he had open speakers He didn't have it on his ear set. He had it just on his desktop though, so that his kids could hear all this and see all this stuff. I'm like, oh crap. Okay. So
Way to go, Dad.
way to go. I know. So I have not rage quitted in years, but I do remember in several times, they might have been in Darkness of Camelot, or even WoW, being with some idiots. Okay, just the point where I didn't want to deal with it anymore. They were just being trashy, either commenting about my play style, whatever. I decided just to go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, my computer broke. Or my computer restarted. Back then, it was easy for people to go have your disconnect, right? Oh, they DC'd again, and so that was the only time I really did it, and only because I hated it because the people were just being jerks. Okay, so Solomon, have you ever rage quitted?
Oh yeah, of course. I don't think anyone hasn't. I mean, not unless.
Okay, what made you rage quit? Oh, what made you rage quit?
There's probably countless of examples that I don't remember, but generally speaking, it's always going to be not always, I shouldn't say always, but mainly I rage quit from PvP. That's probably why I don't PvP anymore. There are times when I'll rage quit on PvE content, like if the dungeon's way too hard. But for whatever reason, I tend to kind of give that a little bit more leeway. Like I don't rage quit as much because like we're all in it together. We all have the same goal, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. Whereas PvP, it's just a different story. I don't know why. The same concept. You're all like, especially if you're in a team, like what I just said still applies to PvP, but it's just different because you're fighting against other people, and that just makes all the difference in the world for whatever reason. I don't know why, but there are times where it's just like I quit not because I don't even know why, if I want to admit this. There are times where I quit not because like I was angry or like I was upset. There are times where I quit because like I said I was gonna do something, but then I suddenly changed my mind, and I'm like, oh, I'll just disconnect and be like, oh, well, I
Oops.
I disconnected. I couldn't the next day I'll be like, oh, I I disconnected. Like, oh man, my ISP. Man, sure does suck having my
I know.
ISP,
Yep.
man. Because I remember, like, I said I was gonna help somebody, but then after a while, like, they're just taking too long. Like getting the group together, I'm like, I don't want to help you anymore because this is taking too long. Whoops, there goes my ISP.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold it, folks.
I know.
Wait a minute. Yoshi says he rage quitted a year ago.
A whole year ago.
Yoshi are the Canadians who are always friendly rage quitted? I'm shocked. Yoshi's just a kind soul, a great person. I can't picture him rage quitting.
Well, you know what that means now, right?
What?
You have to revoke his bot privileges.
Or pull his Canadian card, okay? Why, you're exactly, Miyuki. Wow, the Chill Master is rage quitted. Yeah. All right, SirJahzeal, have you ever rage quitted? And if so, why? Or what made you rage quit?
Well, of course I have, because I led a progressive writing guild in World of Warcraft for several years. But usually I would chill out pretty quick after that. But I do remember one time that it ruined my day. Now, this is a while ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. I was so mad. I was so mad. People were just not listening to me. And it's Siege of Orgrimmar from World of Warcraft. It was Garrosh Hellstream. And oh my Lanta, guys. I remember that. I was so mad. So, it's a complicated fight. Because everybody needs to know their classes. They need to know where they need to be standing, what they're supposed to be attacking, what skills they're supposed to be using, all that stuff. But it's not really that difficult. But for some reason, I think it was about the 12th attempt that I was just like, I lost it, and I didn't curse, but not verbally anyway. But yeah, oh my goodness, dude. I actually I got so mad that I may have lost my temper, picked up the tower, pulled it out from the wall, unplugged
Ooh.
it.
Whoa,
And
that's
then I
quite.
went to throw it, and I went, "What am I doing?" And so I set it back down, uh, and I had to go chill out because I went outside, and then I was like, "Okay, you know what? Hold on." And so I went back in, and I grabbed an O'Hara's ale, dark ale, and I then I went back outside, and I just sat under the tree on the lawn, and well, my neighbor came and said hello to me, and I just went, and it's not a word. And she's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, It probably took me like an hour, maybe even an hour and a half to cool down enough to come back in, plug the computer back in, and get back into chat and everything. And of course, they're all, "What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong?" And I'm just like, "Oh, no, 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 nope. We'll talk about it tomorrow, or we're not going to try it." Nope. No. Yeah. So that was 2013, but I remember it
Okay.
like it was yesterday. I was so mad, dude.
Wow. Yoshi says
Yeah.
he was definitely mad and frustrated. Probably a 5 out of 10 compared to Ken. Okay.
What does that
Not,
mean?
not. I mean, I guess apparently not as. You know, he's probably seen me more frustrated and mad. So, anyways, all you guys,
Wait, I'm trying to remember the last time I saw you frustrated. It was
you remember this?
no, I don't remember. Like, no, never mind. I don't think I've ever seen you super frustrated.
I've been frustrated. Yeah, you know. At that
Huh.
time, I remember one time when I said I got frustrated, you know, and I took my mouse and I threw it over here. It unplugged and flew over and landed. And I got like, you know,
On stream?
um, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. I wasn't there.
Broke
So
it.
Auntie M says she quit WoW because of the story choices they made. They have potential to go as what, you know, rage quitting, you know, and also a couple times in SWOTOR. So remember that. So SWOTOR can do that.
I'm pretty sure it's funny in hindsight.
Well, it always is in hindsight. But it's when you're like, oh my gosh, you know. But
Right.
I mean, I try not to be as frustrated and mad anymore. I don't rage quit. You know, I just get mad on stream sometimes. Well, no, I actually have you ever rage quitted a stream and just yeah, I have. I have actually said I'm done.
Oh.
It's like a couple years ago. I literally, you know, I said I'm done. Out, boom, boom. I turned it off and I'm done. So I've actually rage quitted a stream. How's that?
That's pretty
King
bad.
Amos says I never rage quit.
I'm
DM says yeah,
never rage
SOTOR was
quit
because I
on
was new to the
stream.
game. Huh?
I'm trying to remember if I've rage quit on stream.
I have. I mean, I actually quit. I actually turned my stream off one time. You know,
Oh,
I'd probably be more even keeled. I mean, at my age, you know, ha ha
yeah.
ha. You know, DM says that she didn't understand the harder quests, and that's why brand new to SWOTOR rage quit. Yeah, I get that too. You know, just like I mean, to me, there's a difference in rage quitting a frustration, and you're not really ready to play the game, so you want to just back off and step down, versus to me like rage quitting because something had happened, and it's like just literally quit the game. You know, well, that's the same thing, isn't it? I was thinking like Dewston, right? He was playing one game, and he's like, he even did a video, right? He says, "Here's me, rage. You know, after I say I will never rage quit again." He rage quit again.
Oh,
The very same stream,
yeah.
like it was, you know. Yeah. Anyways, if you're
That
watching
was
this on
that?
YouTube, huh?
Which
I
game was
think he was
that?
playing the new
Doom, I think.
Doom game. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Doom.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't help either because I was kind of ribbing him in chat, and I don't think
Oh,
that
that's
helped.
funny.
Reducing's a pretty calm guy, right? But
Usually, yeah.
there are things that just trigger anybody of us. So if you watch this on YouTube, wherever you're watching this on, or Rumbles, wherever you happen to be watching it, let us know what your thoughts are. If you have ever rage quitted and why, and what got you to rage quit. So
Walk with us as we escort you to safety, experience, and the adventure of a lifetime.
we are in the middle of the top 10 MMO songs, as told us by Maestro SirJahzeal. We have done, this is number six song. I'm going to start playing it. Okay, before we talk about it, if you guys can guess what it is. You can guess what it is. Okay, here we go. Nobody's guessing yet. You stumped it? I found it. I already knew what it was, but now that that one first part I got it all, I do recognize that from the game. Yes! Auntie Yams, I was waiting for you to say something. You're the one I thought should know this game. So go ahead, SirJahzeal. Give us a takedown on this song, okay? I put it in the background a little bit. Oops.
So this, yep, you're right. It's Star Wars: The Old Republic. The song is called "Clash of Destiny," and it's composed by Mark Grisky and Gordy Hobb. I think is actually how you pronounce it. But anyway, here's another game that it's difficult because there's a couple other songs that are just really, really good that are part of the original soundtrack for the game, and those are Balmora the Forge, as well as Peace the Jedi Counselor, are two of the other ones. But this one kind of stands out to me. Again, it's really amazing to hear this good of a piece of music when you've been spending almost your entire life listening to John Williams.
Right.
And then you hear some Star Wars music and you're thinking, oh, that's John Williams. And then you find out, no, it's not. He had nothing to do with it.
That's right.
And it sounds that good. Yeah, it is just really, really good. And there's a lot of good pieces in that MMO. But as far as my go-tos, this is one of the first ones I always pull up to listen to.
Yeah, Auntie Yams thought it was her game, which is why she didn't go get it at first. It's like, wait, this is my game going off? It's like, yeah. Which means
it just
playing...
perfectly encapsulates the feeling of the game.
But she's playing the game of watching us? Really?
Probably.
Distraction. All right. Anyways, so that was kind of cool for Star Wars. We've done, this is the sixth song we've done so far. We've done, for those of you who've been watching, we've done Guild Wars 2, Fear Not This Night, The Elder Scrolls Online, For Blood, For Glory, For Honor, Lineage 2, After the Storm, Lord of the Ring Online, Thief from Rohan, World of Warcraft, Invincible, and this one here is Star Wars: The Old Republic, Clash of Destiny. So that is number 6 song. We have 3 more to go, and then he will run down what is the top 10. If you happen to have a song you have not heard, or you can tell us what you think is the song you think is the number 1 song of any game, then let us know. We would love to listen to it and hear from you and see whether you can guess or outguess or outsmart or not smart. Maybe it's more taste. SirJahzeal. All right. Now they're talking about pizza. Amos burnt his pizza on DMs. Is that Wendy's coming soon? I'll starve. How did you burn your pizza? Was it too long? Wait. That means Amos is watching our show. Okay. He hasn't been cooking, so he must have got so distracted by the content here He burned his pizza. All right. Well, they play it in character collection. That's true. Yeah, it does have familiarity for character selection. All right, our world events. Okay, so I don't know. We've talked about it. Haven't done it yet. We're gonna play an old game. Yeah, we're gonna play an old MMO. So we need to actually work on this and put together time and date. I was out last weekend. I was back in Hawaii. My mother-in-law's funeral. So therefore we didn't do it. But we have talked about doing EverQuest 1, I think, and some other games. So we got to put together time and date to do that. And we will then run you guys through this, okay? And make content. Yeah, maybe that's what the content that we need to, that's more about like us going back trying old games. I'm sure someone else already did that. ESO High Isle, sorry, is coming out June the 6th. So we'll see about doing that. Even though none of us have been playing, haven't played Lost Ark. The day before is June 21st. It's a new game that's supposed to be coming out. And of course, Starfield on November 11th. Those are the games right now that are on our list. So you ever watch us, we will be doing a special show, you might say, on a special time where we launch a party. And guess what? You guys are all welcome. Okay, I mean, this will we literally be in Discord. We could chat about the game. You can be part of the stream, part of the conversation, joining us on this stuff, launching the game together, being there with us, enjoy the brand new stuff. It's community coming together.
Community.
All right, gentlemen, you have any last comments to make?
I think we should mention the ultimate world event we might have at the end of the year.
What's that?
TwitchCon.
TwitchCon! That's right. It's going to be a TwitchCon. You know, so I booked a room. I haven't bought the tickets yet, okay, for TwitchCon itself, but I booked a room. On sale? I don't think so. That's why I'm thinking I'm not. Okay. But I booked a room, okay? So I got a room set, you know, and so I don't mind sharing the room and the cost if people want to join me. And I'm also looking the fact that I might do the same thing I did last time is either I will drive down and back, you know, like this time around I did not TwitchCon last year, but last year I drove from Washington, California and back, so it's only 2 hours more drive to San Diego. So I'm doing the same thing this time. I go to Kings Canyon. I have my dad mentioned we used to camp there, and I haven't been to Kings Canyon in years. Okay, so what I should do is go again, where I go down, visit my parents, my dad, and my mother-in-law, and not my mother, my stepmother, and my brother and sister-in-law in the Sacramento area. Then go down to Kings Canyon, and then come to Long Beach. What?
You could probably actually pick me up if you go to Sacramento.
Yeah, there's a way to do that, so we can talk about it. And then go to San Diego, and then drive back up again. It's to visit my brother in Long Beach, my sister in West Hills, and then other folks. But hopefully, if JahzealAll and Solomon are there, I got two of my California buddies already there, so I won't have to go visit them at their places. But yeah, absolutely, I'm going to be coming down again. You can share the ride too. That'd be great. In fact, if you wanted to, we can go to Kings Canyon together. You know, I don't know. What I'm doing is just actually literally go down to San Diego first, and then kind of wind my way up to my family. You know, instead of I don't know. I'm still working on it. But yeah, TwitchCon in October this year. Join us if you want to be there, especially on the West Coast. Join us. You know, we'll have fun. Anything else? Did I forget anything else?
I think that's it.
Right.
Although I would make a suggestion, because Lord of the Rings Online is being free to a certain extent, to a large extent actually. I think we should probably begin with that one.
Oh, you're right. I haven't played that in
because I think it's time sensitive. I think you could only do it until like the end of April or something like that. I could be wrong though, but I think there's a limited time on that.
Okay, let's just do that. Wait, it's coming. Oh goodness, I hope not. Wait, I was organizing my Pokemon cards for the pizza. WW3. Oh, it's coming. I know. All right. Our quests are done. The dungeons are cleared. The loot has been distributed, and all the crafting orders have been completed and mailed back to their customer. It's time once again to go AFK. Solomon, where can we find you at?
Coffee and RPGs on YouTube. Although I'm not making any content right now. I've been auditing my channel and other people's channels whose content I want to also do. Like, you know, basically I'm doing a news channel for games. And I'm finding out there really isn't a whole lot of people doing it because I don't think the audience is there. Although that could be a confirmation bias on my end. So there might be some changes. I don't know what, but yeah, I still needed like about 2 more weeks to figure things out and just
Okay.
really hammer down these courses that I'm taking because it's been very, very enlightening. Anyway,
That's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, SirJahzeal, what about you? Where can I find you at?
Twitch. SirJahzeal. And Discord. And that's it. Yep.
Apparently, I gotta do that. Okay. And me, you can find me here on Kennethan or Kennethan Live on Twitter or other socials by Beacon. Yeah, or my locals account. I gotta do more. I posted a video to locals and it crashed. I haven't been able to get back into my locals, to see what's going on there. I'm not sure what's happening. So anyway, that's it for all us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all of you joining us on the quest. Like, again, this is not, it was us three talking, but you guys make it happen. Without you guys, there's nothing here. There's no us without you. There's no us without you. See, there's a you in the word us. There's no you. There's no us without
it's
you.
all over the place.
It's all over the place. That's right. Anyways, join us again next week for another episode of the Trinity MMO Show. Bye, everyone. One of these days, I'll get Solomon to wave.
Oh, you guys. Yeah, I'm good, homie.
Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.